Alright guys, my name is clownloveoc and welcome to The Evil Within. Now this is a very special video for my very good friend, the Stripping Duck, and Panda as well. And this is an 18 game, so please don't allow your kids to watch this. There's a lot of gore and a lot of swearing in it, and I'd rather just keep that away from kids themselves. But I hope you enjoy it anyway guys, so let's get straight into this. Alright guys, welcome back to The Evil Within. So let's get straight into it. So straight away off the bat, on this desk there is a newspaper clipping that we need to collect. That is our first collectible in this chapter. And some green gel on the table as well. But I'll explain that in a minute. But first we've got a mini little cutscene after we walk to this door. And we'll get right into it. So if you remember the nurse from the very start of the first chapter, you'll see this nurse. Now that nurse has come back as one of the haunted, that's what the enemies are called in this game, but she's one of the good haunted. So she's like a guide of this game who explains how to save the game and stuff. But take note of these little symbols here. Now the hooded figure we see in the first chapter of the game, that is Rurik, the name of the character, and I only found that out yesterday after reading up a little bit more on Evil Within. But anyway, this is how we save the game. Now you have to hold X and you go into this mini menu, but you can only save the game when you come to this area, the wishing well, I think it's called. But take note of that grandfather clock as well. The writer, not the director. Shinji Mikami was director of Resident Evil and this game. The writer actually had a little Easter egg to Shinji Mikami because he was a big fan of the Resident Evil games, and he wrote and sort of like starred in this game. But anyway, before we sit down into this chair, which I'll explain what the chair is, there will be a cutscene for it. There's a map fragment right behind the chair, so you want to pick that up. We can't put it anywhere yet, but you'll see later on where it goes. But here is the green chair and what the green gel is used for. You only get 100 at the moment, but it is very useful green gel, so we have to spend it to unlock it. But there should be a cutscene coming up guys. I'll be quiet for that. Most of the cutscenes are. But yeah.
Am I going crazy?
Now what makes you say that? I'll be waiting.
So there you go, you can see that Sebastian was burning himself. So what we're gonna investigate here is the health syringe. Now these are very useful in this game, but you can actually pause the game and go into slow motion for this, but you can actually use these as a shortcut, the D-pad, and I always have mine up, like the up D-pad, just to make it easier and stuff like that. For me, I always tend to press the up D-pad. But the small green gel here. So I want to explain about sprinting in this game. As you can see, I'm sprinting and there's an orange bar there. Once that's unfilled, Sebastian will go into a position where he's like out of breath. Now that is a piss take. If you're out of breath running away from an enemy, you are fucked. You're literally fucked. They will come up and beat the living crap out of you. But this part will explain a bit about the melee attack, just like Resident Evil 4, where we use the knife to knife open boxes. This is actually a punch that you can use, and also you can clock them on the head, the enemies, with your gun. But we haven't got a gun at the moment, so here you go. Let's smash open this box and grab this green gel. There is quite a lot of gel here. We get up to about 2,000 gel, I think. I'm not too sure, I can't remember, but there is quite a lot of gel here. And you can also pick up gel from enemies as well. So there will be another cutscene here, guys, and I'll explain about that cutscene after.
Connolly?
So there you go, guys, we got our first gun, and I just want to explain about that cutscene. It was another Easter egg to Resident Evil 1, and it's actually a pretty cool Easter egg, a little bit more gory. And as you can see, this enemy I just beat the living crap out of. I used one shot on my gun, and I didn't even bother, I just hit him. The first enemy is always going to be the easiest, as a tutorial sort of like level, like the first level. You know, we're running away from the chainsaw dude who was doing Gangnam style chasing us. Here we're gonna be learning about stealth attacks and collecting gel. Quite a lot of stuff you'll learn about this game in the first couple of chapters, but at this time we're actually going to learn about how to disarm traps, and they have different traps. They have wire traps and bear traps, and they're very useful because we need to collect these gears for the agony crossbow, which is the most powerful weapon in this game.
Hurts! Hurts! Whoa. Were you warning me about this? You are Leslie, right? I'm a police officer. Maybe I should help you.
Should help you.
Shit. How am I gonna get you to a hospital?
Hospital. 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 Hospital.
So there you go, guys, we've met Leslie and he runs off, and this will be our first gear and our first trap that we meet. And obviously it tells you there the item required, trap parts to craft the like crossbow bolts and stuff like that. If you do download the game as like Definitive Edition, I think it is, you do get a new sort of like bow. But anyway, over here there used to be a glitch. Now they've patched it for the PS4 and the Xbox One, but on the PS3 and PC you can actually glitch through that fence and skip all of this part. But obviously there's a lot of patches. Now this part coming up is going to talk about matches. Obviously they're very useful, so when you're down an enemy you can run over and burn them. But just be careful guys, because you can actually burn yourself whilst doing it. But over here some green gel and a box. Pick up a syringe. That box changes every time. You can pick up ammo, you can pick up syringes, all sorts, even green gel, more of it. But like I said, this game is more of, like this chapter is more of a tutorial on stealth and the enemies. They're haunted, and we don't really see Rurik as much in this game. But if you look at the left, there is a shack. Now I'm going to skip that and go and do the stealth attack, which when I first played this chapter on my own, I always play him first and then do the recordings. I actually died by this enemy. He does spot you quite quickly. Now this is the thing with this game, it has some bullshit AI. Now what I mean about bullshit AI is they change their path quite a lot, so they'll look at you and they'll spot you from like when the back's turned. It's just weird. But I'm just gonna stay behind this little rock over here, this little rock thing, because he will turn around. As you can see, he turned around. Now he's gonna walk to the right, and when he walks to the right, that's when you need to go over and stab him. Never ever walk over to him whilst he's at the door, because he is gonna spot you. So here I go, and it's very easy to use stealth in this game. I do like its quick attack. Now this won't outright kill the enemy, they will come back, but you can run away from them, I should say. So there you go, I've killed him by using stealth. Now we're running back to the shack, and it'll have another collectible. And the reason I'm running back to the shack is because we can go through to the safe area, just like Resident Evil. The safe area, like the save room, and we can collect 2 new collectibles. But also I can explain about the abilities and the weapons and stuff like that. So the way they did it with this game is they used mirrors to get into the other world, as it's called. But over here is some green gel and Sebastian's actual badge. Now if you want to read it, pause the game guys, because I'm not going to read it out for you. I'm not like that. But there's the mirror. Now we're going to skip into the other world, and we'll wake up in the bed again. But there is two mirrors in this part, where you can come from the far end where this room is, or you can come where the bathroom toilets are, right next to the actual torture device. But over here is the newspaper that we need to collect. Now I don't really know much about this, but I've heard that the serial killer was Sebastian. It's kind of weird story. But over here is Wesley's missing page, and there she is again, the safe room. And you can come back in to this room and sort of like get some health back, just a tiny bit. But we're gonna go over here to torture device thing, the electric chair, whatever you want to call it. So you got 3 options. You got stock, weapons and abilities. Now usually I upgrade around like 3000 green gel. I upgrade my abilities of my sprinting, my sprint time, so you can get up to 20 seconds I think, and that makes Sebastian run a lot faster than he does when you're sprinting like this. Usually I don't sprint quite a lot in this game. I just walk normal or sprint like he does now. And that's pretty much it, guys. Now this section that we're coming in up to is a lot more stealthy approach to the game. So like I said, this is more of a tutorial on how to sprint and hide away from enemies and use your weapons and stuff like that. Most of the time to save ammo, because you don't get a lot of ammo in this game, to be honest. It's more about crafting and stuff like that and using the abilities. But as you can see, I'm pressing R on my D-pad and going into slow motion. This is an easy way to spot out where your enemies are and where they're attacking, so it makes it easier for you to dodge, because they can't hit you through that pause state. So it's a lot more useful as you think. Now most of the buttons in this game are used. Obviously we got like circle and stuff like that. Circles for burning enemies and stuff like that. You know, the buttons, the way they mapped out this game is great. At least you get to use L3 and R3. Most of the time in games you don't get to use them. But there is a collectible right there that I've missed, by the way, and that is a key to a locker, which I forgot about. But you can always replay the game and collect all the keys. You can replay chapters and all sorts. So there is going to be a cutscene that shows you how the haunted are made. So just stealthily walk over to this hill bell over here.
Hey, are you guys from around here? I don't know where...
Can't go on.
So straight away, as you can see, I picked up a bottle. Now these are used for distracting the haunted, so it's very easy to distract him with the bottles to get in a stealth kill. So he's going to run over now, where through the bottle, just like the chainsaw dude in the first chapter, you know. And enemies will disappear, but there's the stealth kill. I love the stealth kills in this game. But also they do drop ammo and green gel, so remember that. Once an enemy is done, always make sure you check the bodies. Before you burn them, check the bodies. Now, there is another enemy over here, and he did spot me, which was a piss take. As you can see, he spotted me. But what I'm going to do is get grabbed. What I'm going to do is just give him a few hits and then run. Basically, just run away from him to over here, and then I want to pull out my gun, and obviously I'm going to use my gun instead because I've got hardly any health. But what you want to do when you're going against a haunted or an enemy is aim for the head. This will blow their head off and they won't come back. But as you can see, he dropped green gel right there, so I'm going to pick that gel up now. And there you go, I got 200 for that. You do not get a lot of gel in Kumu mode. Now I might attempt it as a live stream, the Kumu mode, just for Miss Ducky to see it from start to finish. I know Kumu mode, if you do get hit once, you die straight away. So this is why we need a stealth approach. So I'm going to burn this body here because this lasts will get up and follow you. And it is a piss take when they actually sit there and follow you and stuff like that. But in here is a syringe and ammo that you want to pick up. Now to reload your gun is you hold down the L2 button whilst aiming and press square to reload, but there is a trap here and disarm it. And I'm telling you, take note of this lighthouse over here. There will be a little Easter egg and I'll explain what it does, you know, to you and stuff. So that enemy disappeared, as you can see, so he respawned, but he'll respawn at a different area. So yeah, let's go to this little bridge over here.
I feel like I'm being pulled just looking at it.
So yeah, Sebastian feels a bit weird, you know, about that lighthouse, but we'll end up in that area later on in the game. Not right now, you know, we're just on the island. It starts off a little bit more like Resident Evil 4, like instead of the village, we start off on the island, which is the second part of Resi. I know I keep going back to Resident Evil 4, but it is exactly like Resident Evil 4. Now, there is going to be a few enemies around here, so what I'm going to do is stealthily walk to the left, not up here, because he will spot you. So, there'll be about 4 enemies around this area, and most of them I will be getting stealth kills on. As you can see, if you walk that way, he's going to spot you straight away. So walk to the left. As soon as the eyes disappeared, you can run a bit. And also, I forgot to mention, don't ever turn on your lantern when there's enemies around, because they will spot you through the lantern's light, which is a good way for you to know that there's an enemy about. Now you can flick it on and off to get an enemy to walk over to you, so you can get a stealth kill. But I'm gonna get a stealth kill on this dude first. Don't, to be honest, don't be too worried about the guy up there with the torch. He doesn't really spot you killing that enemy yet. So I'm gonna hailbell this and light it up to get them. It distracts them and gets them to walk over or look over to the hay bales, so you can move on to the left and go around this stuff and get away from them basically. And it helps to like do stuff like that to distract the enemies for you to easily slip around them. Now there will be a lot of bear traps and trap mines themselves around this area, so be careful when you're going around this area. But it's good to have to collect the gears to make the agony bolts. So, and there is a syringe in here, and I suggest you collect that before you go out, just in case. As you saw, I used my last syringe before when I was getting chased, and you can have the max up to 3 in one slot, so remember to keep an eye out for syringes. So I'm going to go over to this dude and see what he's doing, and hopefully get a stealth kill on him. Right, he's turned that way. I'm going to wait till he's walking to the right. That's what I want. You want him to walk to the right to get the stealth kill. And the great thing about torches is you can use them to actually burn enemies as well, like this. So you can actually burn enemies when they're running at you. And there is a trap just there, so you want to pick that up. I'm going to grab this like one here. Now, like I said, there's about 4 enemies around here, and there's one just there, so I'm gonna wait till he walks to the right of me. So when he walks towards me, that's when I'll go and do the stealth kill, if he doesn't see me. And he's walking to the right, so I'm gonna wait till he turns around and walks back, and then I'm gonna go for the stealth kill. Oh shit, he's seen me. Yeah, that sometimes happens. They can actually see through walls, and that's what I mean about this being bullshit AI, the way they programmed them to actually see you. So, you know, there is another enemy about, but if you kill this one, you should be alright. And I'm gonna go for a headshot, guys. So, just like Resident Evil 2, if you click in and out of your actual aiming, it automatically just like auto aim at them. So that's usually my tactic. Click up and down, you know, and aim out, in and out, so I can actually get a quick kill. So there's a bear trap here, and you can disarm bear traps by, you know, crouching. We're going to get about 8 pieces of gears here, and I just tend to collect quite a lot of gears and make agony bolts as soon as I get the crossbow, which I think we get in chapter 3, I'm not too sure. But there is another trap, and there's an enemy here. Now I'm gonna wait till he walks to the left. He always walks to the left and stays there for a minute or two, but you can actually crouch down underneath this trap here, so it's good to crouch down here, wait till he walks to the left. He'll turn around slightly, but he doesn't see you. So there you go, killed him. Drop a match on him, and now I'm picking up the green shit. That's what you want to do. You want to pick up the green shit and then go for the trap, which there is another bear trap just behind this building here as I'm walking backwards. And you would think, you know, over here you could get up the stairs and like hide up the stairs, but nope. You know, he can climb fences, he can climb windows, but he cannot climb just a little bit up that. It doesn't make any fucking sense. But there is a bear trap. Yep, just here. That we want to collect for the gears. You know, you only get 1 gear per trap, and I think for the actual later on, you can actually upgrade your abilities to actually pick up more gears. Now there is one just around here somewhere. I'm sure there is. But yeah, you can pick up stuff like that. And I will be going back through the chapters, the stuff that I missed by accident. So like the keys for the lockers, I think it's a Madonna statue, I'm not too sure. I'm going to be looking into, well, going back and checking it out again, basically. There's 2 enemies here, make sure you burn them before you go and crank this gate open, because they will get up and chase you. But you can collect some more green gel, which are always handy to have to upgrade your character, but I won't be upgrading my character yet, so Sebastian won't be upgraded yet. So let's just mash this button and get through it. There's not really much else to do here, guys, except from just run. Now I always stay to the right side and never go to the left, because there's about 6 or 7 enemies here. You would think you'll be able to kill them, but no. Unless you play the game over and over again and you know how to stealth kill them. You can use a bottle to distract 2 of them, but like I said, there's 7 or 8 enemies here. The basic gist of this part is just run like fuck. And don't forget about this shack on the right as well, because you will get a green shell. There's 2 there, and then there's, well, sorry, there's 3 there, and then there's 4 over here, just as I'm walking up. So just run past them. Doesn't matter if they see you, just run past them. And then this will be the end of the chapter, guys, after this cutscene, so I will leave it here. I hope you enjoyed it. Please put a thumbs up if you did, and a comment down below, and get well soon, Miss Tucker.